Distinguished guests, graduates, families, and friends, ladies and gentlemen, I take great pleasure in welcoming each of you here this afternoon on this very special occasion. Out of all of the many ceremonies that we have this week, I believe that more than any other, this one tells you about the character and talent of the members of this graduating class of the College of Dental Medicine. The class of 2012, with students from colleges and universities all over the country and the world, has distinguished itself in academics, patient care, community service, international service, and most important of all, participating in a number of postdoctoral program interviews that even I never thought possible. They spent the entire semester this year traveling to exotic places on the ruse that they were going for interviews for their postdoctoral programs. Now, I'm not quite sure. High praise at this school historically is not doled out indiscriminately. Good work is the expected norm. Generally, those that receive praise earn it, like at Smith Barney. At my graduation from this school, a long time ago, in a day when we were still drinking water from a tap, the dean at the time, in his animated, exuberant style, said, speaking of the graduating class, "They are remarkably average," a compliment I will always cherish. So, although I'm not known for my effervescent praise of the students, this class, and particularly the students here this afternoon, are not remarkably average. They are remarkable. They have not only completed the most rigorous curriculum of any dental school anywhere, but have distinguished themselves far above the norm. We are here then this afternoon in the Alumni Auditorium to honor the class of 2012, and particularly these outstanding young professionals. So to begin what promises to be a bright and breezy program, it is always my pleasure to introduce our Dean, Dr. Ira Lamsker.
Remarkably average. Well, good afternoon. At this time of year, the academic calendar is filled with many wonderful events. And certainly for the class of 2012, and really for the College of Dental Medicine, certainly most notable among these events, or of these events, is graduation, the rite of passage. And traditionally, this had been divided into two ceremonies. The graduation that you hopefully attended today, most of you I think were there, as well as our graduation tomorrow. Both of these events celebrate a collective achievement of the class of 2012. But this is the fourth year that we have introduced this new ceremony, Class Day, where we celebrate individual achievement. The curriculum, as Richard just told you, at the College of Dental Medicine is very, very demanding, perhaps the most demanding of any in the United States. And the individuals who will be called to the podium today are being recognized for their outstanding individual accomplishments. I certainly want to congratulate each member of the class of 2012 who's being so honored. There are certain events in your life that stay with you for a lifetime, and we hope that today's graduation down at the Morningside campus, this event, and then tomorrow's event at 10:30, our college's graduation, will be such events. Savor these times and enjoy the celebration. We congratulate you on what you have achieved, and even more importantly, we look forward to what you will be achieving in the future. I want to congratulate all of you and ask you, as I will ask you again tomorrow, to stay connected to the College of Dental Medicine. Thank you.
It is again my pleasure to introduce to you our Vice Dean for Academic Affairs to bring remarks, Dr. Letty Moss-Salentine.
Thank you.
Today we celebrate excellence, and I want to welcome you all to this celebration. It is a wonderful thing to look at the people that have, in fact, made my life so very, very easy over the past 4 years. Really the cream of this class will be receiving a lot of awards today, and that's just wonderful. So enjoy yourselves, and I will be back.
I should put a chair up here. Our next speaker is Dr. Deborah Weisfuss. Deborah is the president-elect of the New York State Dental Association, maintains a general practice in New York City. She doesn't come to that job easily. She holds fellowships from the Academy of General Dentistry, the American College of Dentists, the International College of Dentists, the Academy of Dental Facial Aesthetics, and the New York Academy of Dentistry. She graduated from the University of Pennsylvania School of Dental Medicine, and she has taught, been on the faculty both at Columbia and Fairleigh Dickinson Dental Schools, and served as an attending at Long Island Jewish Medical Center. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Deborah Weisfuss, New York State Dental Association President-elect.
Good afternoon. I'm honored to be included today with you at your momentous time of your professional life. And thank you, Dr. Davis, for your introduction and the invitation. I bring warm greetings from the New York State Dental Association, or NYSDA as is more commonly known. We are the state portion of our tripartite professional organization. Each portion emphasizes different activities in its multi-pronged approach to safeguarding your career investment and the oral health care of the population we serve. We monitor issues, keep membership informed, and protect and enhance our profession. NYSDA has a Facebook page, by the way, and we would love it if you would like us. In exchange, you will get updates on both state and national dental news and issues, which will help you stay in the loop no matter where you actually are. Wherever you will be going next week, our new dentist programming will help you on your way. It would help you connect with others, such as yourselves, and getting the real-world information that you will need. Your fourth years have already participated in our graduation survey, which I designed and obtained $10,000 of ADA funding to send 2 students from each school to the National ADA New Dentist Conference held next month. We've gleaned valuable information from you that will help us in our future programming. For those of you that may not have been selected for that, we have a New York State New Dentist Conference coming up on June 8th in Midtown Manhattan. If you are interested, please connect with Alex Rubinoff, your ASDA president, who can forward you the registration link and agenda, or just contact me. Connection with the local component where you will be headed will help introduce you to the many benefits of membership, too many to be touched on in a format such as we have today. And I'm not just speaking for those remaining in this state. Anywhere you land within the United States, we'll have programming for you in the structure I am outlining. We are user-friendly. This past year, NYSDA has effected significant gains for the profession with our own state governor's budget. Adult Medicaid services, which were termed optional, were preserved. There's no proposal to expand the scope of practice of dental hygienists, as was recommended. Smoking cessation treatment has been added officially to our scope of practice and billable procedures. And a primary service core loan repayment program was established, which forgives $32,000 for every year a dentist works in an underserved area. Nationally, we influenced the Center for Disease Control not to downgrade its oral health division to a branch within another division. And locally and successfully and unobtrusively, we contested a bill within the City of New York Council to drop fluoride from the water of New York City. I hope I've started to giving you a picture of a dynamic and special organization that works tirelessly for its members and our patient population. Your future membership is vital for us to continue these and many other important agendas. Please understand that no matter what part of dentistry you choose, that this multidisciplinary and diverse organization is an essential one to support and be connected with. Along with your parents and loved ones, this ceremony probably chokes up some of us elders who remember back to those days of our own long ago when we passed through the same process and took our first steps as young professionals. Remember that we are here for you. Seek us out. It would be a shame if you did not learn from our experiences. I thank you all for your time and attention and wish you all the best of everything on your journey into the real world of dentistry.
We'd like to thank the New York State Dental Association for providing the gifts for our graduates, which will be distributed at the reception following these proceedings. So if you want your gift, get over to Bard Hall when it's over. I promised that this would be bright and breezy, and to continue in that vein is the president of the Student Government Association, one of my favorite presidents of the Government Student Dental Association, Dr. Jacob Mann.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Class Day 2012. It's a good afternoon. It's a great afternoon. It's a celebratory afternoon. 2012, we are an amazing class, a focused, determined, and accomplished class, a prevailing, a dynamic, and a fun class. We've set curves against the med students, we've crushed the board exams, we've been published and won research competitions, and we've won national awards from ASDA and other student dental organizations, including some pretty nice scholarships. And we've matched at top residencies across America. We thank the faculty, administration, and staff of CDM for helping us achieve our dreams. Outside of the classroom, we've seen marriages, engagements, pregnancies, and children. And probably of equal importance, we won the Fall Barbecue Softball Trophy all 4 years in a row. With a side dish of 3 basketball championships at the CUMC campus. There are dozens of awards and hundreds of other accomplishments in addition to these, but the point is that we're all extremely talented. So let's celebrate it, because there will always be glitches. Billing and insurances won't work, labs will mess up, mortgages and loan payments will never seem to shrink, and life outside of dentistry is going to continue with its ups and downs. Take the time to celebrate your wins. Take the time to celebrate your victories. Let's enjoy friends and family. Let's take to heart the appreciative words of thankful patience. And let's enjoy our success this day, this week, in residency and in our practices. Because we're brilliant, we work hard, and there's no limit to the amount of success, joy, and fun that we can achieve. Now, I know the world doesn't need a brand new doctor telling a room full of other brand new doctors how awesome and perfect they all are. So in our success this day, we fully realize that there will be things we don't know. And so we will approach each day with humility, which will serve us well. Will we know something one of our bosses doesn't? Sure. Will our patients speak to us like we're inept and incompetent? Undoubtedly. But being educated and confident in our skill set does not justify arrogance or condescension or ignorance of the fact that no one can ever know it all. We're treating the diseases and conditions of patients. We're helping people. We will show compassion and that we care about their well-being. Because being kind and showing empathy does not display weakness or inadequacy, not to our colleagues and not to our patients. Our patients aren't going to remember if we did an MOD cavity with a 556 or put an I-bar where a C-clasp could have gone. They're going to remember the way we made them feel. People remember the way you made them feel. I have no idea what Dr. McManus was talking about the day of my interview here over 4 years ago, but he made me feel encouraged. He made me feel like there was no better place to be than Columbia. So to summarize, we celebrate our victories, we find our joy, and we approach everyone with compassion and humility. In closing, I'd like to paraphrase a few words of encouragement from arguably the most famous doctor of all time, Dr. Seuss. Congratulations, today is our day. We're off to great places, we're off and away. We have brains in our head, we have feet in our shoes. We can steer ourselves any direction we choose. We'll look up and down streets, we'll look them over with care. About some we will say, I don't choose to go there. With our head full of brains and our shoes full of feet, we're too smart to go down a not so smart street. Now, we'll get mixed up, of course, as we already know. We'll get mixed up with many strange people as we go. So we'll be sure when we step to step with care and great tact. And remember that life's a great balancing act. We'll never forget to be dexterous and deft, and we'll never mix up that right tooth with that left. And will we succeed? Yes, we will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Class, we'll move mountains. So, be your name Herbert, Talati, or Simhei, Wang Weir, Wu Min Chin Kim, or Thomas D. Che. We're off to great places. Today is our day. Our mountain is waiting, so let's get on our way. Thank you, 2012, and have a good afternoon, my illustrious colleagues.
Jacob is going on to do an orthodontics program at Montefiore Hospital, and as you can see, he's going to be very successful at it. And now, I'd like to begin the presentation of the awards. That's why most of you are here to begin with. I would like to call Dr. Letty Moss Salentine to begin the presentations.
So I told you I was going to be back. I would like to remind you that 4 years ago, this class was the best of the applicant pool that we actually admitted. So we were very proud of you at that time. But 4 years is a very long time. And what you have been subjected to for 4 years, and I know your family, your relatives, the dear ones around you have suffered with you, I'm sure, through a rather demanding curriculum. And it is not always easy, even if you're the best of the best, to maintain that high standard of performance. I'm about to give an award to one of your class members who indeed was able to maintain that very high standard of performance. The highest academic achievement award is given to Grace Sun A. Her. Grace, where are you? So Grace was able to be one of the top 3 members of the class for each successive year in this school, which is incredible. I have seldom seen somebody perform as well as that. And in addition, she does a few other things on the side. She is, among others, the co-editor-in-chief of Columbia Dental Review, which she has been very busy with, I think. Thank you.
I'd like to call on Dr. Amy Ludwig, who is the president of the New York Academy of Dentistry, to present our next award.
Hello. I'm honored to be here to give out the award for exemplary professional conduct. This award is sponsored by the New York Academy of Dentistry. The Academy was formed in 1921. Its bylaws state that the mission of the Academy is to uphold the dignity and honor of the dental profession, to elevate the standards of the dental profession, and to exert a positive influence toward placing the activities of its members and of the dental profession upon the highest ethical plane. For approximately the last 20 years, the Academy has helped to facilitate dialogue about ethical issues in dentistry. This has led to the desire for the Academy to honor an individual student at each of the local dental schools for their professional integrity. It is with great respect and pleasure that this award is presented to Dr. Bridget E. Henn.
Bridget is going to do GPR at Manhattan VA, right? Very nice. For quite the next few moments, Dr. Ira Lamster is going to present several of the coming awards. When you get tired, we'll move on.
I actually have the privilege and the honor to present the next 6 awards. So we'll start with the first, hopefully get through them. The first award that I'm going to be presenting today is the Ella Marie Ewell Award for Distinguished Service to fellow students. The awardee is Jacob Mann. Before Jacob comes up, let me tell you just a little bit about him. Well, actually, come up. I think Jacob was the student government president in his senior year. And displayed remarkable maturity and thoughtfulness, and I think that was all on display just a few minutes ago. Jake's path to Columbia was not direct. He came out of the University of Michigan and then taught for actually quite some years, found his way here as a result of his interview, as we heard, and now will be going on to an orthodontic residency at Montefiore Einstein. So we congratulate Jacob for a job well done.
Thank you.
And the next award, and I think in many ways these two are linked, is the College of Dental Medicine Student Leadership Award. This year it's being given to a student who was the class president all 4 years while he was here at the College of Dental Medicine. Aaron Myers graduated from Cornell, came directly to the College of Dental Medicine. Aaron obviously has separation anxiety because he's staying here for 2 more years in our pediatric residency. So Aaron, please come up. Now, the next awardee actually took a somewhat different path. Caitlin McGraw, who is receiving the Milton Schlesinger Research Excellence Award, actually started in the dental school before she wasn't in dental school. She graduated from Georgetown and came up, if I recall, to do research in the summer before her first year. She showed great promise, and that promise was realized over the course of the next 4 years. So I'm really very pleased to award the Milton Schlesinger Research Excellence Award to Caitlin McGraw. Caitlin will be going on for 6 more years. She loves education. She'll be going for 6 more years to an oral surgery program at the University of North Carolina. Omicron Kappa Upsilon is the Dental Honor Society, and I guess about a month ago we had a dinner to honor the 9 students who were enrolled as students, which is really a great honor, into OKU. I'm not going to ask them to come up, but I will ask them to stand as I announce their names. Mark Green, where's Mark? There he is. Bridget Henn. Grace Sun A. Her. Caitlin McGraw. Aaron Myers. Brad Pinker. Tai Long Tran. Gordon Weir. And Katie Yu. We congratulate them all. Each fall, we hold a symposium on contemporary issues in dentistry, which is really focused very much on public health. We select 2 students to be our contemporary scholars for that particular event. It's a 2-day event. They have received their awards and acknowledgement before, but I'm going to ask them again to stand. The first is Amy Herbert. And the second was Caitlin McGraw. Amy is, you've heard about Caitlin, she's still going to the University of North Carolina. And Amy is going to be a pediatric dentist, and she's going to trade at Howard University. Congratulations to you both. And the last award that I have the privilege of presenting today is the only award we give to third-year students at this ceremony. It's the New York State Dental Foundation Dean's Award. And it's given to 2 students, or it was given to 1 student, and I sit on the board of the New York State Dental Foundation, and I argued it was very hard for us to choose only 1 student. So they agreed this year to separate that and to split it into 2, which means it's half the check for both of you. But the most important thing is to be collaborative here. So the 2 students, who are both very different but both very distinguished in terms of what they've accomplished over the last couple of years. The first is Garrick Alex. Garrick. And the second is Tenor Wang. So this is yours.
Now, before I forget, I want to thank Dr. Martin Davis for so artfully bringing the awards from there to here. Doing a bang-up job. We now get to the Awards of Excellence, and these awards are presented to students who have demonstrated the highest proficiency in specific aspects of dentistry. These are very important awards. These students not only are great all-around students and who are accomplished in everything, otherwise they wouldn't be sitting here tonight, but they have exhibited a special talent in these particular items. And for the first award, I want to call on Dr. Lynn Tepper, Clinical Professor of Behavioral Sciences.
Recognizing Bernard Tran's excellence in the social and behavioral science began very early in his career here at the College of Dental Medicine. 4 years ago, young Bernard came to me after a health promotion class, which we were talking about health literacy and its influence on especially older people's health. Came up to me and said, you know, there's an award being given out for an essay in geriatric dentistry and by the American Geriatric Dental Association called the Elfenbaum Kamen Award for excellence in writing. And he said, I'd like to apply for that. And I said to him, but you're only a first-year student. You haven't taken geriatric dentistry yet in your 4th year. You haven't taken many courses at all. And this, usually a 3rd or 4th year student does this. Says, no, I want to try, I'll try. Well, anyway, make a long story short, after he submitted this essay entitled Health Literacy in Older Adults, A Call for Action, he ended up winning the award, okay? The first time a first-year student has won an award for the Alpha-Bound essay. And that was really the beginning of recognizing how very special he is. Since Bernard has been a stellar student here, he's done a number of wonderful things in the social and behavioral sciences, not only taken the behavioral science courses and done exceedingly well in them, but his relationship with his patients have really shown that he is capable, certainly, and worthy of this award as a warm, genuine, sincere, compassionate practitioner of oral health. So I deeply regret that he's leaving, because he was also my TA. I know what I'm going to do without Bernard. And I want to congratulate him and his family and thank him for all his devotion to this program.
I'd like to call on Dr. Carol Kunzel to come up, please, and present the Awards of Excellence in Community Health and Public Health Dentistry.
I want to take a moment to congratulate all of you. It's a great honor to be here. And in particular, I'm very proud to recognize and honor the accomplishment and the recipient of the Divisional Excellence Award in Community Health. This year, the award is going to Jonathan Elmore. Jonathan, I'd like to say a few words. As your faculty advisor in the division, I am proud to tell others of your steadfast commitment over the course of 3 years to a project that you carved out yourself and which focused on the well-being and good care taking of the patients at Harlem United Dental Clinic. In particular, you focused on maintaining and improving oral health quality of life. You spent a summer in which you interviewed over 50 patients at the clinic, and you recognized at an early stage of your training the value of the social and behavioral sciences as an important component of a career in dentistry. You manifested this in a project that was presented at the Bernberg Day and which won first place in the public health category. We congratulate you on your accomplishment, and we're very proud today to present you with this award and to honor your long-standing commitment to fostering better care for this very vulnerable patient population. Congratulations, well done. It really is my very great pleasure and honor to present 2 awards today, which really represent and are on behalf of the section of Social and Behavioral Sciences. I'm also very proud to recognize and honor the accomplishment of today's recipient of the American Association of Public Health Dentistry Award. And that award is going to Nana Odom. I would also like to say just a few words about my experiences with Nana. It was certainly an auspicious moment for me when in 2009, Nana approached me and indicated that she too would be very interested in doing research and the area of increasing access to care for the HIV-infected population, which was seen at the Harlem United Dental Clinic. Much as Jonathan, but the year before, and with a colleague, Nana interviewed over 100 patients at the Harlem United Clinic. She also presented her work at the Bernberg Day Research Program, and she presented it also at the SNDA annual meeting, where her work received a first place award, and she received an award as well from the Academy of General Dentistry, again, for her work. Nana, clearly your work has been recognized by others, and we take particular pleasure in recognizing your work as well as your commitment to one of the section's core values, that of bringing the benefits of oral health care to all. So I look forward to presenting this award to you. And I also want to recognize the strong personal commitment that you and your family have made to reaching this day. Congratulations. Well done.
I'd like to call on Dr. Jack Levy, Associate Clinical Professor of Endodontics, to present the Divisional Excellence Awards in Endodontics.
I'm deeply honored to have been given the chance to present the awards for excellence in endodontics to two outstanding students, Gordon Weir and David Osser. To the class of 2012, obstacles stimulate us to uncover dormant abilities. Follow your heart wherever it takes you and be happy. Life is very fragile and only loaned to us for a little while. Wake up every morning with the thought that something wonderful is about to happen. And out of our difficulties come new strengths. May we continue our academic friendships, stay connected with our alma mater, and try to come back to share your talents with Columbia's educational endeavors. Good luck, good health, and happiness in your chosen profession. On behalf of the Department of Endodontics, I'm pleased to present the awards for excellence in root canal therapy to Gordon Weir. Gordon? Gordon receives two awards. The award of the Divisional Excellence Award of Endodontics from the Department of Endodontics and the American Association of Endodontics Award. Gordon, congratulations. On behalf of the New York State Association of Endodontics, I'm proud to present this monetary award and certificate for excellence in clinical endodontics, and that award goes to David Osser.
Um, 6 years ago, my office was a mess. and we had all this new equipment, and we had nobody to work it. We had delivered big machines called DentSims that were supposed to help to train incoming students to do operative dentistry. Not only did it train them, but it also drove them crazy, especially me. So I said, who could I get to come here over the summer that wouldn't charge me too much and do the housework that my office needed and maybe test out these machines? And I knew a young lady who was just getting ready to get out of the University of Maryland. And I said, maybe you want to come and do a little housework for me over the summer, and I'll pay you a pittance, just enough to keep you in bubble gum. And she came, and she worked for me for 2 summers. And not only did she work the DentSim machine, but she mastered it probably the first week you were here. And I knew right away that this is not going to help me much in evaluating the students going forward if Barry could master it in 1 week. And she did. And she came a second summer, and she did some more work as almost as a teaching assistant for myself and Dr. Adavi. And I knew right away that she was going to be a winner. And that proved to be true. 4 years, she learned everything very quickly, took off running with every subject that we tried to teach her. And I never did like kids who seem to know it all or pretend to know it all. But you have to admire somebody who really does know it all. And Barry is one of those people. So it's my pleasure to award the Divisional Excellence Award in Operative Dentistry to Barry J. Schwartz. And now I would like to call on Dr. Nathan Hershkowitz, who is a graduate of this school, graduated in 1986, and has risen to be the president of the Academy of General Dentistry. I always knew you would, Nathan. Dr. Nathan Hershkowitz.
It's truly humbling to be in the presence of so many illustrious graduates, and especially my esteemed professors. Perhaps if I would have stayed in academia, I too would have retained my hair. They look the same as they did back then.
Look at me from the back.
But the lesson they did instill in me is to always strive for excellence. Excellence in dentistry is what the Academy of General Dentistry is all about. We are the forefather, if you will, of continuing dental education. And even though you're burdened now, perhaps by debt, and you're thinking of the jobs that you're going to have to seek, if not right away, in a year or two, please do join the Academy of General Dentistry. It will be a wonderful investment for you for your entire career. And therefore, it's with great pride and pleasure that the Academy of General Dentistry presents to Dr. Gordon J. Weir. This award is presented to him. He has been selected for having exhibited the greatest interest, knowledge, and proficiency in the field of general dentistry during the senior year. Dr. Gordon Weir.
There are others who do outstanding work in operative dentistry. It's not easy. It's very demanding. As you can see, even the certificates that they print have line angles and right angles, and everything is tooled to perfection. but the Academy of Operative Dentistry Award, it's my pleasure to give it to Dr. Narinderjit S. Mahal. Operative dentistry is not all line angles and hand instruments and precision. It also encompasses aesthetic dentistry. And there's a different type of precision in that. And the senior student who exemplified the principles that we adhere to in doing aesthetic dentistry in the clinic, the American Academy of Aesthetic Dentistry Award goes to Abel J. Hernandez. The next award is the Empire State Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry Award. And when I think of cosmetics, I think naturally of Sharon Huang. She worked so hard in the third and fourth year. She did so many aesthetic and cosmetic cases, all of which came out practically to perfection. We're very proud of the clinical record that Sharon had, and she's going to go on to do greater things. I know it. She has drive, she has talent, and she has stick-to-itiveness, persistence, let's say. Sharon is going to do a general practice residency at St. Barnabas Medical Center in the Bronx. It's my pleasure to present the Empire State Academy of Cosmetic Dentistry Award to Sharon Liana Huang. In the clinic, the restorative dentistry area also are involved in the restoration of implants. We do quite a bit of implant dentistry, and Dr. McGraw has placed an innumerable number of those restorations, and she's going to go on to place the surgical portion of the implants and other things in oral and maxillofacial surgery. And the only thing I can say is that restorative dentistry is losing a very talented individual. And maybe on the side, you can open up an office in the evening, do your surgery during the day, and at night you can restore some of the cases that you do. I won't tell anybody. It's my honor to give the American Academy of Implant Dentistry Award to Dr. Caitlin B. L. McGraw. When you place the surgical implants, you have to hope that they integrate. And nobody is better at integration. What a segue. Than David G. Oser. It's my pleasure to give the American Academy of Osseointegration Award to David Oser. David's going on to do an AEGD program at the Providence VA in Rhode Island. How does the Myers family always wind up with the cash checks. So many awards we give out. Very nice. Very nice. This is for administration, practice administration, College of Dental Medicine Dental Practice Administration Award. And when it comes to administration, there's nobody better than the Myers family. And Aaron is certainly a key to the operation of this class over the past 4 years. Whenever there has been a problem, we went to Aaron, and Aaron never failed to deliver. And he handled his practice in the clinic with the same aplomb and the same acuity that runs in the family. And I'm very pleased to award the College of Dental Medicine Dental Practice Administration Award to Aaron Grant Myers. There is a book company called Quintessence, and we're in negotiations with them now to try to get free books. You all know how I like to get free things, and I think we're going to work towards that end. And they give an award every year for clinical achievement in restorative dentistry, and it's a natural for me to give it to this individual who is outstanding in, I don't like him for that. I don't like anybody that's outstanding in everything. But he is. He's just outstanding in everything. I don't know how he does it, and I don't know how he maintains it, but he does. He does. As you'll see, he's going to appear up here a lot. And you can throw things at him if you want to as he walks up and down the aisle. It's my pleasure to give the Quintessence Award for Clinical Achievement in Restorative Dentistry to Gordon J. Weir.
Just as long as I don't get the podium.
That's why I appear so short, because I'm not on the mark.
One more time. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Sidney Isaac, Chairman of the Section of Hospital Dentistry.
Oral biology.
What?
Oral biology.
Did I skip oral biology? That's my nature. I can't help it. All right, I'll go back. Dr. Letty Moss Salentine, Vice Dean for Academic Affairs for Oral Biology Awards. Can't take me anywhere.
As you can tell, we have had a lot of clinical awards, and I would like to go back for a few moments to the foundations of dentistry, which also include a lot of basic science. And the Division of Oral Biology is in fact devoted to the practice and teaching of a variety of basic sciences in dentistry, and they kind of group together as oral biology. You have had no course in oral biology, but you have had a series of courses that are sharing this common theme. Microbiology, immunology, oral histology, and oral embryology. And so the faculty of the Division of Oral Biology has selected two of the most outstanding of the members of the class who have excelled in everything that the division offers. And the Divisional Excellence Award in Oral Biology has been been awarded to, I would say, Dr. Grace Sané-Her. Come on. So The second award is given by the American Association of Oral Biologists, and the person who has been selected for excellence, again in oral biology, is Thailong Bernard Tran. Dr. Tran, please step forward.
Thank you. I apologize, Dr. Salentine, that I have to have myself psychoanalyzed, because that's the second year in a row that I did that, and there has to be some underlying reason. My pleasure, again, to introduce Dr. Sidney Isaac, Chairman of Section Hospital Dentistry, Director of Division of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, to give out the awards in oral and maxillofacial surgery.
It's very nice. It's very nice. Thank you for giving it to me. Good afternoon. Congratulations to the class of 2012. The first award that I'm going to give out is on behalf of Dr. Jennifer Bashore, who directs our facial pain and headache clinic. It is the American Academy of Craniofacial Pain Award, and it's being given this year to Dr. Dao Ning. The next award is going to Dr. Caitlin McGraw. Now, before she gets up and before the other award winners get up, I just want to explain that for the Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery Awards, what went into it, what went into our selection process is not just their academic performance in the several lecture classes that we're responsible for, but also their ability in research, in stamina in the operating room on our very long cases during their third year and second year of dental school, getting up at the crack of dawn to make rounds with us, performance on rounds, and of course, performance in the clinic. Our first award, our Divisional Excellence Award in Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, is going to Dr. Caitlin McGraw, and she is still going to the University of North Carolina. Come on back up, Caitlin. The next award that I'm going to give out is from the American Association of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, and it's given to the student for outstanding achievements and performance in undergraduate oral and maxillofacial surgery. And I might add that Caitlin accompanied me to South America last November on a cleft lip and palate trip, and we assigned her to a plastic surgeon doing burn repair. And within one day, he asked if he can take her as a resident in his program. That's how adept she was at closing his wounds. The next award is from the American Dental Society of Anesthesiology. It's the Horace Wells Award. And rumor has it, this award goes to the student who used the fewest amount of carpules of local anesthesia in the fourth year clinic, but yet obtained adequate anesthesia in her preps. But it's really going to the student who's performed well in our anesthesia courses, and this is going to Dr. Barry Schwartz. The next award is the American Association of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons Dental Implant Award, and this is going to Dr. Timothy Kunkel. Timothy is going to be staying at Columbia for another 6 years. He's in the 10-year program, doing his 6-year oral and maxillofacial surgery program with us, and I guess after his 10th year, he'll get paroled. Where's Timothy? The next award is going to Dr. Bradley Mark Pinker. Brad is going to be receiving the New York State Society of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons Award, and he is going to be accompanying Caitlin to the University of North Carolina. So they got to beware down there. Come up, Brad. Now, I have one more, I'd like to give an honorable mention award out, and I'd like Dr. Mark Green to stand up. If there was someone who was very, very close call for all these awards, it's Dr. Mark Green. He also was a phenomenal student during his 4 years with us, and he'll be going to the 6-year oral surgery program at Mass General in Boston.
It's my pleasure to call on Dr. Samuel Zeichner to give out the Divisional Excellence Awards in Oral Radiology.
And the first is the Division Excellence Award, and this is presented to Jennifer Lipiek. The American Academy of Oral and Maxillofacial Radiology presents the award to the student who's shown outstanding accomplishment and interest in radiology. And this award is presented to Mark Green.
Dr. Christine Kaunatsky will present the awards in orthodontics. I'm just disappointed that she didn't bring the baby. Would have been a nice addition here, Dr. Kaunatsky.
Good afternoon. I have the honor and great pleasure to announce 2 awards: the Divisional Excellence Award in Orthodontics and the American Association of Orthodontics Award, which are 2 outstanding awards in this field. The 2 award recipients have been selected by the Division Director of Orthodontics, Dr. Sunil Wadhwa, according to established criteria of excellence. The class of 2012 is an outstanding, hardworking, and very gifted class, and I know that it has been very difficult for Dr. Wadhwa to come to a decision. The Divisional Excellence Award in Orthodontics stands for excellent scholarship and for dedication to the field of orthodontics. I may now award the Divisional Excellence Award in Orthodontics to Justin Onigian. Justin has been a phenomenal student. He's also taken part in the area of concentration orthodontics and has been a rock star in that concentration. And he's very accomplished, an excellent scholar, and a very talented individual. Congratulations. The next award, the American Association of Orthodontists Award, is received by Rohini Dar. Rohini has been a very distinguished student, very energetic, very accomplished in the field of orthodontics, and she's truly committed to this field. Congratulations to both of you, and congratulations to the entire class of 2012. You're out of here, you did it, and from my point of view, I won't be bothering you to hand in your consultation requirements any longer, and so congratulations to all of you.
Call on Dr. Shantanu Lal, who's clinical professor of orthodontics, of pediatric dentistry. I just changed your department, so report to the 9th floor on Monday. Dr. Lal is suited to pediatric dentistry. He just had, not too long ago, a little one. So practice, practice, practice.
Good evening, guys. How are you? There's a lot to be said about this class and their experiences in pediatric dentistry. But it should suffice to say that there are literally hundreds of kids running around our community and beyond with healthier mouths and eternally grateful parents. And that is the joy of pediatric dentistry. And to recognize those awards, those efforts, it gives me great pleasure in presenting the next two awards. For his professionalism, maturity, and all-rounded academic performance, the Divisional Excellence Award in Pediatric Dentistry goes to Dr. Aaron Myers. As you know, we love Aaron so much, we are holding him back for another 2 years in the PEDS residency program. All right, so the next awardee, also a fabulous student, for her efforts as a teaching assistant, scholarly excellence, and the APD student chapter activities, the American Academy of Pediatric Dentistry Award goes to Dr. Barry Schwartz. On behalf of the PEDS faculty, Dr. Chusset, I just want to say it's been a real pleasure. Keep up the good work, keep in touch, and thank you for turning all your PEDS points in. I'm really grateful. Appreciate it. Bye.
It's a pleasure to introduce my colleague, my confrere, my right hand and left hand, and so many times, the director of the predoctoral periodontics program, Dr. Dana Wolf.
Congratulations to the class of 2012. It's been really an honor working with all of you. Tonight, the Division of Periodontics will be giving 4 awards. 2 of them have 1 recipient. It really warms my heart when our exceptional students decide to pursue a career in periodontics, and I am thrilled that Kaylee Amanda Eves has chosen periodontics as her future discipline. I'll be honored to one day call her a colleague, and I will miss her because she's going to be in Texas, which is a far cry from here. So Kaylee, please come up so I can give you both the Divisional Excellence Award in Periodontics and the American Academy of Periodontology Award. The next award is to another student who I am excited will be not only going into periodontics, but staying with us for another 3 years. The Northeastern Society of Periodontists Award goes to Matthew Hicken. And the final award, the Quintessence Award for Clinical Achievement in Periodontics, goes to someone who we would love to have in periodontics. So if you decide later on down the road that you have a change of heart, we would welcome you. That's Matthew Shore. Congratulations again to all the graduates.
Next, I'd like to introduce my colleague in the restorative section, the director of the Division of Prosthodontics, my next-door neighbor, Dr. George Shelby White.
I'd like to congratulate all the graduates and all the awardees. I know this is a very special day for you. I know in prosthodontics, you can go on the floor and see a lot of plaster and alginate and frustrated students. But at the end of the year, they all do so well, and they provided quite a service to their patients and the quality of life. So I'm proud of these awardees. The first awardee is the Divisional Excellence Award in Prosthodontics, and I would like to congratulate Abel Hernandez. Make me look taller. I'd like to next award the Hanau Best of the Best Prosthodontic Award to Bridget Hinn. I would also like to congratulate Bridget on being awarded the International Congress of Oral Implantologists from the Shine Award. I would like to congratulate Paul Jones in being awarded the New York Academy of Oral Rehabilitation Award in Removable Prosthodontics. And finally, we would like to award the New York Academy of Oral Rehabilitation Eugene Rothschild Memorial Award in Fixed Prosthodontics to Gordon Weir.
I just want to remind everybody that Dr. Jones, Paul, is going to stay here for an additional 3 years and join our postdoctoral prosthodontics program. Dr. Elizabeth Philippone, Assistant Professor of Oral Pathology, to award the Excellence Awards in Stomatology.
Congratulations to everyone in the class, and we'll be presenting 3 awards. The first award is the Divisional Excellence Award in Stomatology, and that award goes to Grace Sun A. Her. The second award is American Academy of Oral Maxillofacial Pathology Award, and that award goes to Cha A. Gloriahar. And our final award is the American Academy of Oral Medicine Award, and that award goes to David Ariel Simhay. Okay, thank you and congratulations again.
On Monday afternoon, the Herbert Bartlestone Awards in Pharmacology were awarded to one student from the dental college, one student from the medical college, and two postdoctoral pharmacology students. And our graduate, our representative from the College of Dental Medicine, who won the Herbert Bartlestone Award in Pharmacology, I'd like to ask him to stand up. He received it on Monday, Brad Pinker. Dr. Kunzel, research achievement.
Actually, I'm going to ask Brad to come to the front of the room because it's my honor to be here to present the Quintessence Award for Research Achievement. And our award recipient this year is Brad Pinker. Let me tell you just a little bit about why he is our award winner. He won the first place Clinical Science Award at the 2010 Bernberg Day Research Program following a summer fellowship during which he worked in the laboratory of Dr. Srikala Raghavan. The following October, he represented all of us, and most particularly his work, at the annual ADA Dentsply Student Clinician Research Award Program in Orlando, Florida, at the annual ADA program. Clearly, Brad, you have represented us well and with excellence upon all of those occasions, and we're very proud to present you with this award. And again, I'm very glad to be here to present the AAWD, standing for the American Association of Women Dentists, Eleanor Bushy Memorial Award. This award is established to recognize a senior dental student who is an AAWD member and who has demonstrated outstanding leadership and academic excellence. The recipient of this year's award is Kaylee Leaves. The reasons for Kaylee's receiving the awards are many. I'm going to just very briefly mention a few. Kaylee has been a leader in many of the student organizations, most usually serving in the capacity of president or vice president. She has been an excellent academic student. I think it is of particular note that Kaylee has completed a master's degree at Teachers College as part of a dual degree program, and that she presented her research from this program at the recent Bernberg Day program. and something that even faculty would greatly envy and admire. Kaylee has been a co-author on an article published in what probably is our premier public health journal. So Kaylee, for all of these honors and for all that you represent, I'm glad to present this certificate of achievement.
To present the last 4 awards on our list, I want to call upon our Associate Dean for Student Affairs, who did such a magnificent job here tonight, Dr. Martin Davis.
Good afternoon. I think most of the students in this genuinely superb class, most of you, we've spent a little time together here and there over these 4 years, haven't we? In the office there, walk-in hour, one thing or another came up. So you are a splendid class. If you think what Jacob Mann was saying was a bit of an exaggeration, it's not. I think there's a reason for that. This morning I called an old friend of yours just to check signals. One, Dr. Joseph McManus. He ran the admissions committee year. One of the things you don't know is that that was the year the deans did something that's become quite famous. That's the year he came in 4 years ago and charged the admissions committee, as he does every year, but with a special charge. I want you to find us leaders. I think this afternoon you have seen evidence that that admissions committee delivered on that charge with this particular class. And by the way, they have asked for a raise, your deanship, the whole admissions committee there did a good job. I had the pleasure of several, I think, rather unique awards. The first is the American Student Dental Association Award. This is given for service to the profession. This is given to someone who has been involved with organized dentistry. Every student in this dental college is a member of the American Student Dental Association. And they understand, I think, I believe it was Benjamin Franklin who said, you know, if we do not all hang together, assuredly, we shall hang separately. And I think that concept is understood by our students because of their involvement with the national affairs of this profession. And the person who I think has helped to lead that and has been an exemplary person in that, and I'm pleased to give him the 2012 Award of Excellence from ASDA, David Ariel Simhai. The next award I'm pleased to present is the George A. Minervini Award. George Minervini was a very special man. He was co-chair here of oral and maxillofacial surgery. Dr. Isaac, he was one of those rare oral surgeons who had an exquisite sense of humor. We all loved him. When we had the annual senior dinner dance in the honor of the class as it graduated, he was invariably the host of those ceremonies, and he had a gift for humor, for humanity, and he was quite special. So this award in his honor is quite special. It's for exemplary professional conduct. And there is someone in this class whose future is with our armed services, but he has been, I think, a role model for even some of us on the faculty. So I'd love to call forward Dr. John M. Kim for this award. This school experienced something this year which was rather extraordinary, and this class endured. I could ask Dr. Myers, who is our Dean for Administrative and Clinical Affairs, to stand up here and talk for hours about what I'm talking about. It's called Axiom. We have gone electronic. All of the records, etc. This class showed extraordinary insight, patience, caring about their patients, and tolerance in this process. It was estimated by the software manufacturer before they got here that we would have 50% less patient care because of the introduction of this electronic system. That did not happen, thanks to Dr. Myers, his staff, and thanks particularly to this class and the efforts they made. There was one individual who went out of his way to make sure that everybody got on the plane before it left the ground. That person is the recipient of our International College of Dentists USA Section Leadership Award for the time and effort he spent there and in just helping, the rest of the leaders of this class keep it together. So I'm pleased to present this very nice award to Gordon J. Weir. I have two more awards here. They are from the Pierre Fouchard Academy. Pierre Fouchard, if you do not know the name, was really one of the earliest in our profession. C'est un Français homme. He was a Frenchman, a chirurgien, a dentist, and he set a standard for all of us, which we have tried to uphold, and there is an organization in his name that presents awards for leadership and service. It is our tradition and custom to present that in years when the yearbook is a good one, like this year, to the two editors. We always have co-editors because it is a major production number. I remember doing it a number of years ago. One of those folks couldn't be with us today. That is Catherine Bienwen Wu. But the other co-editor is very happy to be with us. She's smiling at me now. I'd like to call her forward, Amy Christina Herbert. Thank you and congratulations. You are a superb class. You're special.
We're going to end this program, and we're going to hear from a very special person, as the class has acknowledged. They chose him to speak to us this afternoon. He's a graduate of this institution way back when with me. He's a classmate of mine. He been on the admissions committee for this school for 25 years at least, and he is a member of our faculty, appointed to the Faculty of Operative Dentistry. He teaches 4 days a week faithfully in the pre-clinic and the clinic, and serves all of you, as you well know, anywhere that you need him, and sometimes in several places at the same time. He is the constant face of the faculty at any and all events that the dental school has. If you go to anything that the students or the school sponsors, look around and you'll see Dr. Tenner. It's my pleasure to introduce my colleague and my friend, Dr. Mark Tenner.
Words, words, words. I know how Mario Rivera feels to be a closer. It's sitting through all those 9 innings. It's just impossible. But thank you for inviting me to speak to you. And I'll make it as brief as possible. The dean has just recommended that I cut whatever I was going to say in half. So congratulations to you. But mostly I would like to congratulate your parents then. Nobody seems to have congratulated them. And as a parent myself, all that struggle, all that love, all that suffering, all that money, I just want you to know that they are prepared. They are well equipped to go out in the world and start their own families, to stand on your shoulders, generations standing on the shoulders of generations. I have been with them for 4 years, and I have seen them develop over these past 4 years, sailing through the difficult coursework programs. I was with them when they first sighted the dreaded cusp of Carabelli in their first year with Dr. Freeman. I held their hands as they were constantly tripping over the line angles and cavo-surface margins in the fabled camp of Hadavi. I witnessed the collection in their of the holy 16 ounces of calculus in their junior year, only to be ingested by the simple and complex cases in their senior years. All that while, all that medical training, all the cardiac rates and respiratory rates and sedimentary rates was only preparing them for Dr. Evangelidis' encounter rates. Well, I've seen their development, and I have seen them meet the challenge with dignity and grace, especially when I see them late at night in Coogan's on their third or fourth beer. Well, you are now members of the Columbia family, branches off the Columbia dental tree. But don't forget the bark of that tree belongs to Dr. Lichtenthal's. And his bark is generally worse than his bite. And at last the ship has docked, you've landed safe and sound, and the captain has maneuvered you past all the dangers, the white coat ceremonies, the Axiom pirates, the Bernberg projections, and the tuition increases. And has also proven still another time-worn axiom that no good deed goes unpunished. This is my 50th year having graduated dental school, and I look for something meaningful, some advice, some perspective to share with you about dentistry, about life in general, in the 5 minutes allowed me. Advice is a form of nostalgia. Be careful whose advice you buy, but please be patient with those who supply it. These are the 10 things that I thought would be the most important to you to know from my experiences. Have fun with dentistry. It's an art form. Enjoy it, and remember, sometimes better is the enemy of good. Don't worry about the future so much, but know that worrying is about as effective as solving an algebra problem by chewing bubble gum. The real troubles you're going to have in life are apt to be things that never crossed your mind, things that blindside you on an idle Tuesday afternoon or a telephone call you never expected. 3, respect your patients. They trust you. You will know them, you'll know their kids, you'll know their grandkids, and they will come to you for advice. Don't cheat. It will shorten your career. Enjoy the power and beauty of your youth. You're not going to understand power and beauty of your youth until you have faded, till they have faded. But trust me, in 20 or 30 years, you'll look back at photos and recall in a way you can't quite grasp right now how much possibility lay before you and how fabulous you really looked. You're not as fat as you imagine. Respect your body. It's the best instrument you'll ever own. Get to know your parents. You never know when they'll be gone for good. Accept certain inalienable truths. Prices will rise, you'll get old, and when you do, you'll fantasize that when you were young, prices were reasonable, people were more noble, children respected their elders. Respect your elders. Trust in inflation. 50 years ago, a filling when I came out and opened an office was $5. Crowns were $65, and tuition at this school had just reached $1,000. Don't be reckless with other people's feelings, and don't put up with people who are reckless with yours. Dance, sing, travel, and enjoy your family. And finally, number 10, I want to tell you a quick goose story, a parable to end this address. When you see geese flying south in the winter, in that V formation, researchers have discovered that each individual bird behind the leader saves 60% of his energy relying on the bird in front. Also, when the lead bird tires, he drops to the back, and the next strongest takes the lead. If one bird is hurt, 2 go down with him and stay with him until they return to the flock. 10, stay close to the school, it's your flock. Let it be a source of support for you. And come and visit the Greater New York Dental Convention cocktail party. The drinks are on me. I miss you already, and thanks for the opportunity to have taught with you. Thank you.
I'd like to call on Jacob. Jacob Mann has something he'd like to give to you.
For all the hard work and all the laughs, thank you from the class of 2012.
Thank you.
Thank you, Will. It's a pleasure.
You should never say how cheap you work when I'm with the dean is sitting here and we're about to go into a budget talk and I got to ask for money and don't let them know. Thank you all for coming with us. We hope you enjoyed it as much as the students did. Nobody enjoys these proceedings more than recipients of awards. Everybody else just nods and goes along with it. But you behaved very well, and we know you appreciated everything that we've done. We invite you now to come down the block to Bard Hall and celebrate with a little drink and a little food this wonderful day. So we'll see you in Bard Hall. Thank you.